At the village of Matarlam, 3 streams tumble from the mountains to become the river of life. People like 90-year-old Wakil Shah depend on it utterly. They drink its waters and it feeds their flocks and crops. It lights homes built of rock that crashes down from the valley walls. Winter snows melt, trees bud, and the river is rising to a summer's torrent that will wrap today's stone-strewn Istalif Valley in the gentle greens of self-sufficiency. It's always a hard life, but the mere fact that old Wakil Shah survives to more than double the life expectancy of the average Afghan reveals a bucolic way here that is envied by others. Water is everything in a parched land, and later we confront the desperation in a village less fortunate than Matarlam. Over the centuries here, the villagers and their forefathers before them have slowly pushed back the rocks, creating postage stamp plots that are terraced and fed from the river through an intricate system of canals and channels. Mulberry and wheat plots as narrow as 1 metre, buttressed by thick walls 2 and 3 metres high, they climb as far up the valley walls as water can be channeled from the river. Wakil Shah is a grumpy old-timer, so there's just a hint of pride when he declares, "All done with just our minds and our hands." Aid workers helped the villagers here to build a micro-hydro power station. Before, most used just oil lamps. But some in Matarlam fell back on the inventiveness we see in other villages, lighting their homes from a generator driven by a spindly water wheel. Donkey caravans zigzag up the valley and sheep and goats are brought home. Wakil Shah leans on his walking stick and exercises the prerogative of the aged to complain. "It's not been a successful life," he mutters, "but I have survived." At Bagrami, the district governor is Haji Zahir. Tribal elders and village headmen descend on him to complain about a scarcity of water on the plains south of Kabul. They reveal an ancient unwritten record that dictates the precise water allocation for every farmer. They are reluctant to expose the underbelly of village politics, but there are dark mutterings about beatings and guns and bullying. The man with a forked beard declares, "I'll never let another farmer have my water. I'll stand against them all." In the nearby village of Damana, Abdullah Khan does lift the veil. As the Mirab, the water controller, he's a powerful local figure. But after 5 years, Abdullah Khan has had a gutful. A new man will be appointed in days. He skates around claims of rampant bribery and bullying for more water, telling us everybody wants the Mirab to be their friend. People are always stealing water. You have to patrol the canals because they take it in the night. Thieves get a warning, and then they get a good beating, he says. In the village water wars, there is no trust. Everyone watches everyone else, he says, as he visits a drilling rig looking for new supplies for Damana's 500 farmers. Every family contributes a small share of their crop to the Mirab, but Abdullah Khan is resisting pressure to be reappointed to the job because of a loss of face by the locals. When he gave a thrashing to a water-thieving warlord from an adjacent village, only 6 or 7 from Damana turned out to defend him. The warlord had an army of 30 armed men. No contest. Water is life, but like so much else in Afghanistan today, it's also war. This is Paul McGough reporting from Damana village.